Hey guys, I'm going to show you how to lay out a one-point grid for an interior space. Start with your room drawn in plan view, preferably on graph paper. I also create an image board with sizes noted, so my plan is to scale. This is super important when we start drawing furniture in. Let's get started. I'm using a T-square and a scale and a triangle on trace paper taped down on my desk. First, start with the back wall elevation. I prefer to set my drawings centered on the trace paper, so I'll have room later on below for the floor and some on the left and right for the walls and some above for the ceiling. According to my plan, I know my back wall is 30 feet long and the height is 14 feet high. I normally prefer using 3/8 inch scale, but for this demonstration I'm using 1/4 inch so that the drawing doesn't get too big. Erase any stray lines beyond the back wall grid and emphasize the horizontal line at 5 feet above the finished floor line for your horizon line. For beginners, I encourage you to use 2 different highlighters. Use one color to highlight lines that are parallel to the back wall. These lines will remain horizontal when you draw. Use another color to highlight lines that are perpendicular or making a T against the back wall. These lines will come from the vanishing point when you draw. I want to see the room from this position. So I'm going to count from the left wall 13 squares. So on my back wall elevation, I'm going to count 13 squares over from the corner, and then I'm going to go up 5 feet to the horizon line. I'm going to darken that point and label it as my vanishing point, because this now correlates to the artist's point of view. Now array all the corners, the 4 corners from the vanishing point. You're going to see the ceiling plane, 2 different walls, and the floor plane. Don't forget to darken the corners at the floor, ceiling, and wall, as well as the horizon line. Now you want to array from the vanishing point all the remaining measuring points along the wall and the floor line, but not the ceiling. Next, I measured from the wall closest to my vanishing point. I went out 25 feet, and I got this number by adding 5 feet to the room depth. My room is 20 feet deep, so I added 5. This is sort of like an interior design selfie stick. From the diagonal measuring point, I'm going to draw a line through that closest corner all the way through the floor array lines. Our room is 20 feet deep, so I have to make sure I intersect 20 array lines. At every intersection, I'm going to draw a horizontal line wall to wall. Then at each point these horizontal lines intersect the wall, I'm going to extend vertical lines. And there you have it, a finished one-point grid for an interior room.